go. Okay, good day, eh? This is Facts and Technology. And today we're going to be talking about Lego, because it's the 50th anniversary, who you think, right?
50 years, eh?
50 years.
Wow.
And
plastic for that long?
Yeah, do you know what Lego stands for? Yes, you do. I just told you right after, like right before we started filming.
Or it was like Leg and Got or something.
Yeah. Oh, see, he did know.
Well, what does that mean?
He was lying.
You said, "What does it mean?"
That? He was lying. It means play well.
Play well.
Okay. This is a microphone. This is not Lego. Okay, but we could conceivably integrate it into it. And look, a microphone holder, right? Right. Do you like Legos?
Not really. I never had any I guess I had a few as a kid, but I never really had like any kits or
what
stuff.
Do you mean
as
you
a
had
kid.
a few?
Like I had a few random
4?
pieces, but
you
like
had
now
4 pieces.
Hey, shut up. Okay, we had a few random pieces. Like
why did you have 4 pieces?
Well, there was those kids.
They would throw them at you. Throw them back.
You're so dumb. There were those kids who like had the kits, right?
Yeah.
And then you could like make certain things. Like this one kid was into Star Wars, and you were like a TIE fighter and stuff like that. And so the kid was making like these like medieval dungeons and had like traps and stuff. I never had any of those. I just had like random pieces that I used to make stuff, which I thought was much cooler.
Which ones? Like these ones?
Yeah, like blocks and like these things, like side things and
microphone.
With the microphone.
You just broke our microphone stand.
Yeah, well, what can you do?
So that's the thing about Lego, that they're utilitarian. You can build something very useful, right?
Well, not so much useful as interesting.
Yeah.
Like a guy on a 2-wheeler that falls on his head. Like, that's useful? No, but interesting.
When I was a kid, though, I had these red blocks that were all the same shape. And
you had the rip-offs of Lego?
Well, they weren't even a rip-off. They didn't even have like the little circular things. Boy, but I don't think anyone cares about that. But anyway,
no, nobody does. In fact, no one's gonna care about this podcast or watch it. But it's therefore, as someone who's trying to run a respectable organization right now, I don't care about this at all because it's so useless.
But to the Lego fans watching this, right? I mean, we kind of like it now, don't we? Right?
Like what?
Like we didn't used to like these, but now we.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan. Before I was totally more into playing sports and hitting on girls, but now Lego,
Yeah, right. But okay, you know what I don't like though? It's like the big Millennium Falcon one you could buy.
Yes, I did. I knew a kid who had that one. In fact,
like, what is the point of that? What do you mean? Well, it's like, okay, I can understand if I had like a random set of blocks and I built a Millennium Falcon out of that. I think, well, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool,
right? But you buy this kit. And basically, you can't build anything else but a Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
It's like, well...
Well, I think it's like, that's part of maybe what's happened to Legos. Because before, Lego was like this creative thing where you can make all this cool new stuff yourself. But
what's
now,
creative about building a Millennium Falcon out of something that has a big Millennium Falcon on the box? You might as well buy it all made.
My point exactly. So, here's the thing,
and it won't look all blocky.
What happened is that people don't want to be creative, right? They want to solve something, like a puzzle. It's now like a puzzle, right?
You put the pieces together and you make something. So that's not a Lego. That's a 3D puzzle. It's a whole different thing.
Well, that's what people wanted. Nobody wants to think anymore. Jesus.
See,
where have you been?
If you bought a Millennium Falcon kit, okay, build a TIE fighter, and then I'll be impressed. All right? That's what I say.
Yeah, well.
And look at this flower. What the heck? You see, you should build your own flower out of like...
How exactly am I going to build a flower out of this?
Well, it would be bigger.
But what if I want a small flower?
Well, you can't...
like, what if I want a flower the size of... Ooh, wow. He's got like a man's got to know his limitations.
Cool. The little... Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I think that's basically the point. It's like, look, if you're going to buy Legos for your kids or whatever, just buy like 500 little blocks and let them like build whatever they want. Then the sky's the limit, right?
Do you have kids?
No.
So then why are you telling parents what they should do to their kids?
Because I know. No, right. Because what's just think of it logically, right? It makes no sense. Unless they're not very creative. If you have a child that's not very creative, and you would like to send them to community college, then it might be...
Don't make fun of people who go to community college.
I'm not making fun. I'm just saying that if you want them to go in that direction, then that's a good start. Buy them the kit that already has, the actual picture of what's going to happen at the end or on the box.
Yeah.
There's no surprises. That's great. If you want a little creativity, though, right?
Yeah, like, look at how creative this is. I got a guy riding on a thing that won't stand upwards, and I feel like a better man for it.
Well, see, if it were a Segway, this would be balanced by gyroscopes. So...
Segways. What the hell was with Segways, anyways? Jesus. The only time I ever saw someone use a Segway... Okay, twice. Once, that was in Versailles. And that actually worked pretty well. And the other time was in a science center where the guy... Yes, in Versailles. The
Inside was, the actual...
No, like right outside the palace. Outside. And then the other time was in a science center where the guy actually fell backwards and hit his head.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, there's only 2 times I've seen those things.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
So, did you go to the Hall of Mirrors?
Yeah, I did. It's pretty cool.
No, it wasn't. That was boring.
Well, okay, well, it wasn't an actual Hall of Mirrors, but like, you got to think about it in terms of the history, right? There were mirrors and mirrors. Like, it's not as if it was like a crazy reflective thing.
Back then, they didn't really have mirrors.
Yeah, so it was cool.
So to have a whole bunch of mirrors, like, would they have like about 12?
Well, yeah, but like, it's the fact that they were like this and like this and like this, and they led up to that. It was pretty cool.
I don't know.
You just don't like history.
No, I just don't like Legos. No, I do like Legos.
He doesn't like Legos, and yet he wants to talk about them.
That's right. But I think we've made our points. We had a little detour with the smoke and mirrors. Well, just the mirrors. We didn't do the smoke. And so I think that the Segway is now actually not overturned. So I think we've completed our goal. And the little man goes the distance, and that's the end of this podcast.
Well done. I'm very impressed with you, Alex.
Okay.
Well done.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
And I'm turning it off now.